Hey everybody, how you doing? This is JZB, James Zota Baker, and this is Pentatonic Scales Part 2. In the first video, I talked about Position 1 and Position 2. In this video, we're going to talk about Positions 3, 4, and 5, and then also stringing them together, as well as a few exercises you can do as well. Let's take a look at the first two patterns again in the pentatonic scales. Again, penta meaning 5, and this is a 5-note scale used for rock and roll, used for blues, so many different types of music around the world. But right now we're just going to focus on just the shapes themselves and get that going, get your fingers moving. So again, position 1 is 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. And we're doing this starting with the root note G on the 3rd fret of the low E string. So our second position, where one finger, where this position ends on the low E string, the next one begins. So this is G, this is B flat, this is position 2. And as far as finger numbers, it's 2, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 2, 4. Great. And remember, play them slowly, and I think it's always good to practice with a metronome and start at a slow BPM first. You want to have a slow tempo to start with so that you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Practicing with a metronome is going to help you develop your rhythm along with the notes, and then articulating each note in the same way. Now, as we move along, of course, you're going to want to approach these notes in a different way. You're going to want to articulate some softer, some stronger. But in the beginning, just to get something even is really good. Make sure they're all ringing. Later we can learn to swing them. And different things like that. But anyway, so that's positions 1 and 2. So today, now we're going to start with position 3. So where position 2 ends on the low E string with our pinky here on the 8th fret of the E string, it's where the next one begins. So this is the note C, position 3, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 4. Then we shift our position up a half step with our first finger on the 8th fret, 1, 4, 1, 3. Okay? 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 4. Right? That's the 7th fret and the 10th fret here. Then going up to the 8th fret and the 11th fret, 1, 4, 8th and 10th fret, 1, 3. Okay? That's position 3. All right. So here's position 4. Where one ends, the next one begins. So on position 3, our pinky was here on the 10th fret of the low E string on the D note. So I'm going to put my first finger there, and this is position 4. Now, when you're talking about box shapes, which we did before, position 4 is the second most commonly used one next to position number 1. It's because the blues players, there's more places to bend in this scale. I'll show you in a second here. So let's just start with 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4. Right? So again, All right, so now position 5, where one ends, the next one begins. So we have our pinky on the 13th fret of the low E string, which is the note F. And so I start with my second finger here. I call this one the musical palindrome. Like the word level, you can spell forwards and backwards. This one is just 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. All right, so 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. Okay, so now let's play all 5 positions. 1 through 5. We're starting. Position 2. Position 3. Position 4. Position 5. And we also can go up to the octave position of position number 1. From right here to the 15th fret, from the 3rd fret to the 15th fret. And I'm going to use my ring finger, my 3rd finger, instead of my pinky because the frets are getting smaller up here. All right, so that's all 5 positions of the pentatonic scale, starting on G. Then we take the same formula and we have to apply it to other keys as well. For right now, let's do an exercise in how to connect them. I like to ascend, means going up in pitch, and descend, going down in pitch on the next one. So, let me show you like this. Okay, it's a really good exercise to get to know your positions and start stringing them together, because at one point you're not going to want to just rely on these shapes anymore. You're going to want to make music out of it, and this is going to allow you the mobility that you need and the freeway system on the guitar, if you will. All right, so now let's look at some exercises that we can do. Let's just start with position 1 here. And one way is to play the scale in fourths. So instead of just following the pattern of the scale, we're going to string skip and go from the E string to the C note on the A string, to the B flat note on the low E string, to the D on the A string, to the C on the A string, the F on the D string, the D on the A string, the G on the D string, the F on the D string, the B flat on the G string, the G on the D string, the C on the G string, the B flat on the G string, the D on the B string, the C on the G string, the F on the B string, the D on the B string, the G on the high E string, the F on the B string, and the B flat on the high E string. All right, so now we're going to do another string skipping exercise. We're going to skip over a string. So we'll go from the low E string to the D string, to the A string, to the G string, D string to the B string, G string to the high E string. And then play it descending as well. All right, that wraps up part 2 of pentatonic scales, all 5 shapes and a few exercises. And next time we can maybe learn to string them together a little bit more and adding the blue note in there, making it the blues scale. All right, I hope everybody's doing great out there. Keep practicing, keep having fun. That's the main thing.